Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Bill. I'm the Expat Prepper. So it's Sunday. Normally on Sundays I will do my ramblings and talk about things that are on my mind. And I'm going to do that again today. So it's while you're watching. But for those that watch my ramblings and are curious about what's going on, if you guys are interested in me going live on Sundays, Philippine time, it's something I'm thinking about doing. You know, I have just over 800 subscribers. I'm not sure how many people are really interested in hearing my commentary or asking me questions or things about living in the Philippines or being a prepper out here. But I certainly am willing to go live. It's something I want to look at into doing more often. But so yeah, please let me know down in the comments if going live it's something you guys would be interested in. I don't care if it's 5 or 10 of you, but if it's something you guys want, and pick my brain and ask me questions and stuff, or just chat with me. I mean, that'd be cool too. All right, so what's going on this week? This last week, gear-wise, I've got a lot of stuff in. I got the Blue Eddy, which I hope you've watched the video on that. I got a bunch of 16850 battery stuff and chargers come in as well. I'm going through all of that, still sorting it out and figuring out how I want to configure that gear. I got some more lights. I just can't stop buying those USB rechargeable lights, so I just keep stacking those. I put more rice in the pantry, bought some more canned salmon. I did order and I bought radios, right? So if you saw one of my videos from a long time ago, you saw that I purchased a $20 pair of cheap 16-channel Motorola walkie-talkies, and that was cool. You know, it was nice. But then I looked into it, and an actual ham radio, they're about the same price for one. So I shopped around, and I picked up two sets, right? Two sets of two. So I have full radios, and then all the antennas and all the other gear and everything that's associated with it. I'm going to do a video on that once the last bit of kit comes in, and I could start programming and configuring the radios for use. You know, and I'm still looking into getting my ham equivalent license here in the Philippines. It's by PARA, P-A-R-A, Philippines Amateur Radio Association. It's a little more complicated than it was in the U.S., but the main stopper is they require you to attend a training schedule class, whatever, but they haven't scheduled anything since COVID, so it's just nothing on the schedule. So anyways, I'll worry about that later, right? And get my call sign out here set up and everything like that, so I'll be happy. But yeah, that was the gear stuff. I bought a bunch of little knickknacks, and I'm changing around some things in my EDC kits as new stuff comes in that I just like a little better, and I'm stacking the other stuff away in bins for use later, I guess. World-wise, it's been a crazy, crazy world. Let's talk about weather first. California, boy, I tell you what, you got a record snow, and then now you're getting some rain to wash it all down the mountains, so the flooding and mudslides are insane out there. I was hoping that a lot more of this water would stick around and would slowly build back up the groundwater out in California. The farmers are going to need it this summer, but it is what it is. I just hope you guys are all safe out there. Record dry spells, right? Europe had the warmest winter in a long time, right? Everybody's worried about, you know, Russia war and no gas, and they can't heat their homes and they're all going to freeze. Well, it turns out it was an extremely mild winter. Well, good for them. Unfortunately, that means it's going to probably be another drought year for most of Europe because they didn't get the rain that they need. So along with, you know, Italy and just a lot of places are just going to be hurting when it comes to the drought. The U.S. is still having, you know, warm spells in a lot of areas as well. So it's kind of interesting watching weather around the world because weather affects water, which affects food, which affects life, right? So, you know, I've been kind of watching those trends. And weather-wise, that's about it. Volcano, one in Indonesia blew again. Nothing new there, but it's, you know, living in the Pacific Rim like I do, it's something you kind of keep an eye on, earthquake and volcanic activity. I guess there was an earthquake in Colombia, 5.8 or something like that, but, you know, it makes me think about those guys in Turkey and Syria And I'm wondering, it's been a month now since that big earthquake, if they even are somewhat near a normal, right? So the planet's doing weird things, and we got to be prepared for it. War-wise, yeah, you know what? Russia's still attacking Ukraine, and everybody else is throwing in their hat one way or the other. There's been a lot of saber rattling by China, U.S., North Korea this week, right? So there's been a lot going on with the Ukraine-Russia conflict that's probably going to turn global. I mean, it's just, it's inevitable in my opinion. There's going to be more wars with some China and U.S. It's just going to happen, unfortunately. But so I'm prepping for that as well. What else is going on in the world? So let's talk about Pakistan too, right? So the Taliban just went in there, and they're still attacking police stations and bombings and doing things there, trying to destabilize what little is left of the Pakistani government, which is bankrupt and broke, right? They got $3 billion in U.S. cash reserves left, and that's not enough to pay for the containers they currently have sitting in their port. So they're trying to deal with that. That was interrupted by my wife. She's the only one that texts me, so she got priority there. So now, anyways, Pakistan, yeah, they're going to have to hit a decision like Sri Lanka did. They're either going to default on all their loans, or they're going to take this IMF bailout that they might get and pay their loans instead of beefing up and solving the problems that they have. I honestly think at this point they should probably just default and use that money to, get their people fed, get the lights turned back on, and whatever it takes to get that situation resolved. I really don't know what's going on there, but I am paying attention to it, mostly because they are a nuclear power, right? So, what else has been going on? Hang on a second. So, economy, right? Everyone's screaming about these two banks in the U.S. that flipped real fast and shut down. Is there more to come? Most likely. Is it as bad as 2008? Who knows? But yeah, the world economy is in the tank, right? And I anticipate a lot more of similar activities happening. The problem is I don't know where people are going to put their money, right? Under their mattress? I mean, we're talking about companies, right? So that Silicon Valley Bank, whatever it was, all those tech startups are just out, right? I mean, anything over 250,000, they're out. They're not going to get it, or it's going to take too long to get it, and they're not going to be able to use that money to payroll or anything else. But yeah, I saw this all coming, so I'm not too concerned about my input there. But that stuff does tend to ping pong around, right? So if more banks start failing in the U.S. To match all the ones in Russia and China that are dropping off, it does have a global impact, and it will eventually affect the Philippines in one form or another. We'll see how that plays out. So, what else did I do? I bought a generator. Yeah, I forgot I even bought it. I haven't uncrated it yet. If you guys know me, I'm waiting to do the third floor construction and then totally kit the whole third floor's cement roof with solar, and then the corresponding batteries in kit. But I needed just something, water shot. If the power goes off, I want to be able to make water, right? These little power banks won't cut it. So I picked up a 3 kilowatt dual fuel propane gas generator. I'll do a video on it once I assemble it and run it through a test run with the propane, which is what I have a lot stocked up of. So you'll see that probably coming in a little bit. And that was it. Had a little fun this week. Did a little relaxing. I did some stuff in the pantry, sorting things out, putting out my stickers, and overall it's just a prepping week, right? So I had a good time. And yeah, that's it. That's my little ramblings. That's my mind dump for the Sunday. And like I said, if you guys are interested in actually having me go live, propose some times. I don't care. I'll go live and then stream it live and then just dump it off in Facebook as well. But it's something some people say I should be doing, and some people want to sit down and talk to me about stuff, so I figure that's the best way to kind of do it. Anyways, again, if you like these kind of ramblings and thoughts, just go ahead and smash that like button. It's not everybody's thing, I understand that. Not everybody's into prepping, not everyone's into freeze drying, and not everybody's into being an expat in the Philippines, and I try to balance it all out because who I am. It's what I do. This is, my story, and I'm telling it. So if you like my ramblings, comment below and tell me you like them, and then smash that like button. Until next time, thank you.